for the Teamfight Manager, well, guess what? We have a new game in the line of esports coaching, managing of that side, called Esports Godfather, which I found while rifling through the Steam page, which fits so many of my niches, and it's just like, it fits so many of my builds when it comes to, it's a management simulator. You are the coach of a team. It's the coach of a MOBA team that is, what's his face? That is playing a pseudo League of Legends. It's super in-depth, with only one small cravat, but it has a good reason, but I'll explain it as I go on. So, I have to play a little bit on offline, just to test things out, but here. Main thing here is, let's see here, I'm just going to set things up. The initial. Alright, this should just be normal stuff enough here. So, but yeah, this is a management game that I will be explaining out, but this is a kind of a complex one when you first look at it, but it should boil down pretty easier here. This is just initial stuff you don't need to worry about, but I'm just setting up the difficulty for what things should be. Did I make my, what's his face? My stream one hard? Or challenging? Nah, let's make it challenging. Start with. So, TLDR once again. I'm going to be the manager of an esports club, and I will say this. This is a gem of a game that I plucked out from a developer called Asteroid Game Studio, who made like a few, I wouldn't say VOTSO, I guess kind of in a way like VOTSO, like tower defense games I saw on Steam and whatever. They are a Chinese company first and foremost, and I do want to put a disclaimer for anybody who wants to play this game here, when I'm in this little character creation here, is that these portraits here, I guess you could say more manhwa or like Chinese style for how they look and designed. Some people, rightfully so, would say that they look, some of them almost AI generated so, and to that end, I was debating about that, especially so when it came to looking at this game first and foremost, but the devs themselves put out their own AI generated content disclosure on their Steam page, and it's an ethical use of AI. Let me quote it from their Steam page here. In our development process, we wanted to provide players with rich and more diverse character portraits, but considering the economic, manpower, and time aspects, we found it difficult to afford a large amount of hand-drawn content. We tried to separate parts such as the mouth, face, and nose, and then assemble them into 3D characters, but that effect was not satisfactory. Therefore, we decided to try a new method, using AI to generate these contents. Sounds bad, but if you just read the next sentence, it's fine. We used the content that we have created before ourselves to train the AI model, allowing it to learn and understand the art style and requirements of what we ourselves wanted. Now the AI-generated character content portraits are made by our own personal trained model, and after completion, we manually corrected them. So, AI bad equals not really, in this case, because it is their own art, they manually corrected it themselves, and they only trained it on their own stuff there. So, actually decent AI use. It should be a helping tool, and for them themselves, well, it helps them on the generative side. Granted, I feel like it just looks like any other standard manhwa, or like Chinese game or so, but hey, look, fact is, the art of the characters is the smallest beans in my opinion compared to the gameplay, because the rub itself and their other actual VOTSO art, when we get to it, is actually pretty nice. And I think I like the bulk of the gameplay well enough. Once again, they put the fact that this company, once again, when they are a VOTSO company, first and foremost, put this disclaimer out there saying that even though that they are using their AI this way, they try to use it as ethically as possible. And to go on that, once again, on the AI-generated content disclosure, quote, at the very end, we deeply understand that AI cannot replace the creativity and uniqueness of real artists. For this, we feel very, very sorry. But we also promise you that Esports Godfather is not a work without sincerity. Also, the Steam keeps auto-playing the video, so let me just mute that real quick. We have spent a tremendous amount of time polishing innovative gameplay and various experience content in these 4.5 years, and we've been committed to completing a work that satisfies everyone. We hope you can understand our decision and continue to support the game. And, at least from the almost 2,000 very positive reviews that it sports on Steam right now, I think it speaks for itself, and also from the time that I played offline, it definitely does. So, just wanted to put that out there as a disclaimer for anybody who's interested into it, but it is a ethical use, don't worry. As for my demo run, I don't necessarily want to look like this as a manager, so instead I'll go full yellow suit. And unfortunately, it's only a 6 character limit for your coach name, so we're going to Cruiser on that end. You know what? As long as nothing was stolen, if it's their own stuff, it seems fine. Plus, looks like they were to fix any mistakes that it makes. Yes! Because at first, when I looked at the game, it's like, alright, there's a demo, I can play that. And then I was like, this suit's really AI generated at first from what I saw. But the fact is, I dug into their previous games. Their last game that they released was 2021. They released the game in 2019, and then 2021 called Variables and Variables 2, which are tower defense roguelites. You'll get to see what their specialty is, rather, in kind of like the Votsolist art style, or so. Which is, I think, where they truly shine, rather. And the fact that it's, that they, well, once, of course, obviously, when I look into it, they are a Chinese company, but the fact that they put out that statement on their own volition on the Steam page and said, look, this is how, like, we didn't mean to cut costs, but we just couldn't have it in our budget to afford the artist. So we afford to make so many, like, probably however many generated content there is. So we trained it on our own art, the limited that we made on our first runs, and only trained our models on our side. That's pretty good transparency, and what's then? That's an ethical use, considering it was their side and they're not stealing anywhere else. Pretty good, I would say so. So that's what gave me, in my own ethical opinion, the pass for the game. And once again, if almost 2,000, it's standing at 1,958 views on Steam with a very positive rating right now. It's glowing pretty well. And at least from my time playing the demo to buying the game now so I can play it on stream more, yeah, this is absolutely worth it, in my own opinion, for my interest. So, what am I going to support here? It is going to be my Vtuber group, of course, GaleForce. Just going to be our logo and everything, of course, here as you can see. And we are just going to chill with it. It's GaleForce, baby! Because if you don't know, of course, it is me, Chartreuse Proxy, captain of the cruise ship, for my own community. But for my friend group, I mean, I say group, but it's just really just a loose collection of friends. It's not going to really do anything official much else besides, like, maybe get art with each other. So, GaleForce is the esports team that we are creating. And then now we can have an assistant to our side. Well, I was going to go with somebody with yellow or purplish hair, if there was. I could get Cyber Sits, hold on. Cyber X9. That is funny. Oh, that's pretty close, but I want somebody to balance out my completely yellow suit. So you know what? We'll go with that. Cyber X9, welcome to the team. You are going to be my assistant from now on. Full yellows for supporting me as a captain, for supporting me as a manager, and then GaleForce will be our purples. Hello, Coach Cruiser. It's an honor to be your assistant. In the future, I'll assist you in handling various club affairs. Let's start building the club from scratch. I'll ask you a few questions, and based on your answers, I'll contact a batch of suitable athletes for you to choose from. What do you think is the most indispensable element in a team? Discipline, obedience to commands, execution key to victory, innovation, breaking conventions to lead to unexpected victories, adaptability, unity, and trust. I personally, when it comes to me, I like being able to adapt in video games. If you haven't seen my Omega Strikers content, of course, anybody on my side, you would know I'm always trying to analyze what's the better win condition, or how can I turn the game on its head. GaleForce, you say, says Calvin, do they perchance have a community server where people can talk to the world-famous Cruzy and others? Yes, if you check my panels below in Twitch, or for you YouTube viewers in my card, that will also be in the description. Check it, please. Wink. I have my glasses on. Wink. Alrighty. What does your ideal team look like? I think, once again, everybody has unique advantage and creativity. I like it when I have teammates that can shore up not just my weaknesses, but prop up their strengths and present things to the table. What style of game do you like most? I just read the push, dude. So, Sharp Spear continues to accelerate offense. Let's be offensive. In your opinion, what is the most important ability for a player? Gold, both offensively and defensively, communication, courage. Communication, dude. You need to be able to synergize with your teammates. Alright, I have a complete understanding now. If you're ready to select athletes for the club, you can click the continue button on the bottom right corner. If you have any more questions about the affairs, I'll try to answer them. We're trying to enter the professional league. Thank you for the hydrate as well, Calvin. I'll take that. We need to go through regulations, so internet cafe qualifiers, before we get into it in the B-level league. So once we finalize our initial lineup, we can participate in that. What are my responsibilities as team coach? So, what you'd expect out of any coach ever. But our assistant will handle things, and she'll be our tutorial until we get into the nitty-gritty of the league. So we'll be good. So let's see who we get as our random team. So once again, this is League of Legends style, or I say League of Legends, it's MOBA style. So we're gonna have a team of 5, and it's gonna be the usual roles that you'd see of top, jungle, mid, ADC, and support, or bot. I've selected a group of athletes based on your preferences. If you're not satisfied with them, you can click reroll or the bat button in the top right corner. I'll try to understand your needs again. So the main thing here is that this will already determine a good amount of how my tutorial will go. I already played a good bit off stream once again on the demo just to make sure it worked out and to see if I liked it, and I very much so love it. So let's see who we have to start here. Shiftawa, you here are generally a top laner, and your trait is whenever you play a farm card of this athlete increases 20% farming efficiency for 8 rounds. So she is not going to be a carry top laner if I want to. She's going to be a farming top laner. She's got pretty physical fighters and all things considered here. So she could honestly just become a farmed tanky monster for us potentially. Let's go through our people here first and foremost before we decide on that. Asdi, a jungler. Add a stealing jungle to the deck. Each time a monster and enemy jungle is eliminated, gold gained from monsters in enemy jungle. So you want to be an aggressive counter jungler. I do like that of just stealing. XP gained from runic team training increased by 6% for the team. Ooh. Wait, old captain, you're 18. You're 20, and she's got a part-time job. How do you... Oh, you're providing more stuff for the team, so that's totally fine. Mid would want to be... Take the initiative. Garble, you're 19. You look pretty good for 19, dude. When athletes towards their first kill, gain 8 strategy points and drop to 9 cards. Ooh, I do like that. I'll explain how that is later, but for me, that's really nice. When winning a game, fan gain increased by 30%. Yeah, who doesn't love a nice-looking dude for the mid laner, the face of the team? Monster as our ADC. When a harass or card attack hits, increase your harass rate. When they leave the lane, stealing for each enemy turn on this lane is destroyed. Experience gained for intensive training, so you could become a seriously farmed monster, but I don't know about your trait here. This effect will be removed when this athlete leaves the lane. Increase 6% offensive stealing and 6% defensive stealing for each enemy lane. Okay, so you want to push bot lane at all times. You can really poke well. Not gonna lie, I'm immediately suspicious of the character shading. What do you mean by that exactly? You talked about like the art stuff that we just talked about before? Because once again, they did kind of train it on their own models. So they're not denying it, but it was their own work. So you can't go too much past that. I guess I could look towards more poke characters. What's your pool? Okay, yeah, you have some characters who can poke. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, that's fair. I could look at that. Support? I do not like how you look, girl. I'll be honest. What is this travesty of an outfit? This is an absolute travesty. 9527. That is a tag I'm not ever gonna remember. This athlete's cards have their cost reduced by 1 before the first time they were played. Ooh! Cheaper cards as always. So once again, this is a deck builder, and I'll get into the nitty-gritty of how we get to it. And serving as a training partner in routine training, the partner effect is increased by 50%. Yeah, we could just have a killer bot lane like that. Why is her shirt colored over the jacket? Dude, like I already talked about this, Kelvin. They trained on their own AI and they tried shoring it up, but you can't see too much more on it. The orange one? It looks more like the folds. Why is this shirt colored over the jacket? Yeah, no, like I said, I don't like her at all. I don't like her look at all. So we're just going to roll this lady. Oh, I just rolled the guy completely. Now he's just a big boy. I thought I'd be re-rolling the appearance, not just the stats and everything. Alrighty. I don't care about these traits, so we might as well roll again. This man's face is interesting. What cards appear during Enlightenment? What the heck is Enlightenment? I don't understand that. So even though I like that idea, I don't know much more. I see 4 iterations of the same character. Yeah, I mean, if it's their own side, then you can definitely see they probably, yeah, if they train on their own, because these boys really aren't looking too different. So honestly, we're not looking too far. Freeze for 3 in the Dragon Herald or Cross Team fight. When activated, you can get Adrenaline and add it to your hand. So if I win 2 mid fights, if I win 2 objective fights, I can just completely destroy with momentum. Interesting. Do like that. More fans is interesting too, but we already have 2 people. I mean, it's not bad to have 2 streamers, I suppose. But let's start the things here. Good farming for your top lane, so that's not bad, because 13's already... No, okay, 16's my highest for my ADC. So, top lane can be a farm. Jungle's very defensive. Not too much on farming or so, but that means that he can just... That's the farming efficiency, so that goes one way or another. Good offense on my mid laner. If he wants to take the initiative, that's fine. Balance stats, your mechanics suck though, but it's totally fine. My support... I mean, I want the snowball fight, so I think we'll be fine with this. So yeah, let's go with this roster here. We've got 2 ponytail girls. We've got Adidas guy, which tends to be fashion model, and then streamer. Handsome head streamer boy, basically. Let's go, dude. Alrighty. This is our team. Fate, Monster, Garble, Asdi, Shiftawa. Alrighty. Our initial team for 2024 season, I suppose. Let's go, boys. Let's go. In the club, you are looking at the players in front of you. The 5 players you selected are nervously standing in front of you. There is silence in the coaching room, and you can even hear the heavy breathing of a player. Oh, here's someone dope in the corner of the room. Alright, it's gotta be you guys. On hearing your words, the player's tent starts finally relaxed. Great, from today onwards, I'll start competing. Yeah! Hey, my competitive journey starts today. Fate doesn't speak after doping. Fate didn't speak, but you can see from the sweat on his forehead that he's a bit nervous. Come on, dude, get in here. Don't be too worried. We're a new team. As long as you can follow the lead step by step, we'll surely have our stage in the professional league. Yes, coach. GaleForce is established and we can do it. Kaito, our team is living on in another game here. Years later, as a superstar coach in the Premier League, facing interviews after winning the championship, you will surely remember that distant afternoon when the club was just established and you and the players awkwardly shouted slogans together. So, we are going to once again be in the initial kickoff. We've completed all the procedures for registering our club, and next we'll enter the Cyber Cafe dimension. Competition. Oh, so did my stream crash on me? Hold on. Internet. Do you want to be nice to me tonight? I see it's chugging right now. Internet, you good? Okay, I've gotten some bits back, but it did seem like my stream crashed for a little bit there, just due to my internet having a bad spike. Well, I just created the team. Nothing too much more there for the stream side, at least. Let's get back to it. Promotion rules for the selection competition will be announced at the start of the Cyber Cafe competition. So, got it. Let's do this thing. So, hello, I'm a member of the event organizing committee, and now I'll introduce the rules of the selection competition. The time in the selection competition, we are trying to make the rules more humanized by giving the audience the power to decide who can enter the professional league. You need to gain enough audience support within 6 rounds of competition, then you can enter the 2nd Division League and become an official member of the league. Hello, Replicant. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing, my friend? I think my stream really did just crash, though, so hopefully I didn't lose too much now. I also just tried to type raid Replicant when I meant to shout out Replicant. How are you doing today, Chief? Hopefully you're doing well enough. Aye. My thing's spiking once more again. Also, don't know if it did the shout out command. Come on. Come on. There we go. This is awkward and a half. Oh, nope. We're going. Yeah, it just went from 2,000 bits to 12k bits. It's jumping all over the place right now, man. I'm not necessarily having the most fun with seeing how things are going. It's stuttering, but okay for now. Oh, it will be posted to YouTube, this content anyway, so we'll have to hope for the best. So, we'll just see how things go, guys, yeah? Oh my goodness gracious, dude. This is horrible, my connection. Connection is dying on me. Gotta restart stream real quick. Lol. Okay, let me try to fix this. Okay. I think we're back, everybody. Alright, try again. Thank you, everybody, for coming on from the raid Replicant. Hope you're doing well, Chief. Are you still doing more Yakuza, or what are you doing tonight, my friend? For everybody coming on, it is your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, everyone always at your service, of course. I was doing Variety Night tonight, so I did a bit of Dungeons and Degenerate Game Wars earlier today, and now I'm starting up my playthrough of Esports Godfather, which is a deck builder management simulator of an esports team. So yeah, I'm gonna manage my own MOBA, League of Legends team, however you want to put it. Being very salty in Final Fantasy. Ah, well, there you go. Hope you're enjoying the new expansion, though. Yeah, so I just basically put my team together, and we are in an internet cafe league, to where we get 6 show matches, basically. We have to win, or at least perform well enough to get to that qualification barrier. You're not even close to it? Okay, you know what, that's fair too. So, we're gonna go against Rat Gaming here. This is the 12 we'll be competing against. Typically, each week's matches take place after the competition of the week's training. The preview will showcase, you know, the average stuff and who they pitch, but since it's literally our first game ever as a team of GaleForce, then there's nothing to go off of. The least I can do, though, is assign a training routine for everybody here, though. So, it's just basically saying, we have 3 blocks of training, which everybody gets. Oh, except for Shiftwa, who has her part-time job in the corner right there. But we can delegate different things out to have people work, better themselves in different skills. So this one here, damage in team fights. I could have somebody just basically, instead of just getting all experience up, I can have them focus up on offense and mechanics instead. So chances are, I probably just want my ADC to do that, so I'll do that, and then I'll have Fate, my support monster on that end. Or our training regime. We're back? Yep, we are back. Internet spiked once again. At the very least, I have this recording in OBS, so this will be fine enough on the YouTube VOD to watch it back. So here are the training results for these athletes. They can be a success or a critical success, and we'll see all of their stats improve over time. So that regime boosted Monster's attack offense stat from 11 to 18. So she's on pace with Garble now, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, just a few stat increases off the board. But yeah, that was really, really nice, all things considered there. to have Monster go up, because she's going to be our big carry here. So that's what we're doing. Well, she's the AD carry, of course. We need her to be good. So you get a round of training every week, and then you have your fight, and then you have your matchup. So once again, first time around, so we're just gonna get to see how things go. We'll see information on who, you know, which team has the better lanes and everything like that potentially, and also what the predictions are from the commentators, because they will also talk about who, because they also will showcase, you know, small tidbits that says which teams might have better stats in different things here, alongside personal matchups. Once again, for big esports fans like me, this is the coolest stuff ever, to get to see things such as immediate head-to-head matchups, getting to scout the opponent's stats and draft stuff against it. But because this is our first match over, we're just going to keep going by the tutorial, and I'm going to try to keep it short and succinct. So we'll get a rough understanding of how good our stats are compared to them, from things like from our abilities to what characters they like to play. Along with seeing also what everybody's traits are themselves, so I know how to better counter them. Not going to worry too much for my first match, though. But we're going to get straight into the nitty-gritty. So, I think they said there's up to 55 characters in the full game right now, but it works like regular MOBAs to where... but it doesn't work like regular MOBAs to where you just choose characters out of a pool and you get to assign them to your people. Everybody on each team has their own selected character pool that you can just pull from, so it's not like I can pick one of the 55 and just assign them out to everybody. My support, Fate, only has a character pool of 4. My mid laner has a huge pool of 6, etc, etc, etc. So I gotta balance my strategy off of that and see what I want. But for now, I can ban one character out from any side, so who do I not want to deal with? Zealot. This guy is shared by top and jungle, so might as well ban him. But otherwise, it'll go in a regular banning fashion. A pit ban of, at least for now, I ban one. Blue side bans one, red side bans one, and then 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. It's actually so. So, who do I want out of things here? I probably want my ADC have the best chances of succeeding here. So I want somebody who can easily push the advantage, because they are a harasser. So, chances are in that case then, I'm probably looking at Elmi or Thane here. And I can look at them more specifically when it comes to foreseeing what they are. So, Marksman, a physical hybrid, lots of things, and we can get more into that later for now, but for the meantime, I'll just pick a character that I've seen in the demo, which is, you know, the Misfortune character. So, they will be a faster pusher, or I don't know, Misfortune Illusion. They're picking a tank, a late game carry, and somebody who can really assist well. And then I get to pick 2 back. So, Asdi, my jungler, is down to his last person on his priority list, so I can save him for last, considering it's not really going to be taken away otherwise. All that I'm looking at now, then, is seeing who I could pick for mid and support, then, in my case. I probably want somebody who can immediately support fast fights here, though. So let's go with Tiger Boy, because this support can stun anybody on his first hit. And I played him in the demo. It was pretty nice. Then for my mid lane, I could go for a ganker. I could go for a shielder, AoE, or somebody who can dispel debuffs. Well, Garble wants to get kills here, is the main thing. So I think him being a ganker would be good, because I need to get him to pop off early and well. And we'll learn all these characters as we go on, because of course it's a MOBA, you'll have to learn too. But at least for now, you can just concern yourself with my side of pits. Gotta pit this Aurelio here, because that's my only jungler left. And then I'd probably use somebody who can shield up here, or at least initiate, because we just want to keep fighting, right? You don't mind getting debuffed by enemies here. I could also just buff my teammates too. I think I'd just rather have somebody who can protect, because I already have pretty strong lines. So let's just go for Fatty White the Snowman. That way I can cleanse debuffs. Alright. So we can prepare. If I want to, I can swap pits. But for now, we will get to see actually what the studio is way better at. Not their artwork, considering how they had to change their model, but their Vatso art. Just look at these little characters. They're really cute. So the main thing here is I'll get to see, of course, my athletes, who is going to be piloting them, and the cards that each of these guys are bringing. This is a deck builder. So, to sum it up, my athletes are bringing 3 cards each. So that's already going to be 3 times 5. That's 15 cards. And then each of the characters here are bringing a card each from here. 3 cards from their own decks, or more. So that'll be a 15 plus 15. That's a 30 card deck that we'll be drawing through and making decisions based off of, you know, what we draw and what we get. The character models are great. Like I said, the Vatso models are super cute, and this studio made 2 Vatso games in 2019 and 2021. So their artwork, the traditional, could be improved, but at least when it comes to the Vatso stuff, they know their stuff. This is pretty nice, dude. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it there. So let's start things off. Let's finally start. So you can immediately see we are in a coaching position. We're not taking direct control of them. We're going to see the early game laning phase, to where everybody just starts moving, along, and the game kind of auto plays. We can see things such as their gold, such as their health, and everything like that. But the way that the game goes on, yes, Calvin, I already said it's League, it's already a MOBA, is that you have what is called strategy points. The game goes on for 8 rounds, technically, until both sides get strategy points to play. Each card costs a certain amount of strategy points to do so. It could cost from 0 up to 8, exactly so. And each of them belongs to their respective athlete / character, exactly so. So the warm-ups here belong to my Fatty White Snowman. My top laner here who is being controlled by Shiftawa. I'm gonna learn the names of my characters better. If I can spend all 8 of my points and then wait until 8 rounds later, or I could also spend 1, and then anytime it reaches 8 points, I get to look at my hand again, because I'll always continue drawing and discarding turns every single round, technically, in the game. It'll flow a lot easier as you see it go by, but at least for now, I am blue side, so I have first decision, so I can see what I want to do here. At least for the early game, it seems my bot lane is pushing out a little bit further. We did force the enemy support back in lane, so I need to see what I can get out of things. Protagonist. My jungler gains the protagonist effect until the next fight. So I can get 2 stats of flame, which is just crit rate, and I can search for a flame assault to add to my hand, which means I can just initiate and search and try to fight somebody. I don't have really much else to do because I want to get kills. I can initiate fights, but I don't think I can really kill much here. So for now, I think the best thing to do is warm up twice over with my top laner, because she's going to be our scaling character. Increase offensive and defensive scaling by 5% each. I can do that 3 times over. It would actually be great. And then I think I want to protagonist, just power up my jungler for the future. And then we have Flame Assault, which will be my initiation for the future. And then I want to sit on it, because I could play more. I could play a few of these, but some of them are grayed out because there's nobody to interact with these characters. Or I could save these points until I get back up to 8. So it'll be my opponent's turn. I don't exactly know everything that they're going to do, because I don't know all these characters, but I'll learn and teach them in time for the ones I do recognize. The main thing is, they spent all their cards down to 8. To 0. So they gotta wait they gotta wait 5 rounds to be able to play any cards again, whereas it's my turn now. So if I want, I could play 2 mana, wait to draw around, and then go 1 more time again. So let's see what our current state is. General's top. They could easily counter gank us if we're not careful here. I could push the lane if I want to. I could fight with Flame Assault for 3 rounds. I'd be tower diving if I initiated at the bottom lane. No reason to do so. So instead, I think the best thing I can do is Crossfire. It can only be played when enemy is on a lane and the same hets as an enemy hero. Choose an enemy hero in the hets to deal 50 damage and push in the lane. So I think I will do so, and I will push the enemy ADC a little bit, because we already have the tower at half health. Next best thing I feel is Big Snowman. Choose an ally hero and apply 3 stats of mini snowman buff. Increase armor by 30 and save any debuffs, because I want to protect my bot lane in case a gank is coming. Otherwise, attack all heroes within 1 hits. I will play Devourer's Soul. That way I can heal my mid laner back up. He has a little bit of overheal shield too. And we chill. So, with both of us at 3 points here, I should get my first assist. I should get my play phase before the enemy does, since I've been tactically holding my cards out more than anything here. So yep, here we go. Perfect. So what I can do here is I could spend all 8 to initiate on the bot lane here and try to 3v2 them, which I think is a great idea. Perfect opportunity. Fight. All heroes within 2 hits. So I could have a 2v2 if I wanted here, but there's no reason to do so. I think while our jungle is powered up and we have the perfect ganking path, just you roam down to clear her jungle, I will spend all my points here and just decimate their bottom lane. So we'll get our actual Voxel art. So even though I've been more passive on choosing what to do, I've just been kind of, you know, doing some poking or telling my boys to scale. But this is where the meat and bones starts to come in. I can initiate a fight, which will just be kind of like an auto battler in a way. My jungler initiated the fight, so they get to participate, and anybody within 2 hetses of our squares of her initiation goes. So my bot lane versus their bot lane. A 3v2 traditional gank, of course, here. And the way that it works is that each fight has a predetermined amount of rounds that they'll last. So this will last 5 rounds as determined by my card. And everybody gets to attack once per round. If I can potentially kill them, of course we'll get gold, we'll get experience, we'll deny them from being able to play any cards on those characters. And if not, then they might be able to get to recall to lane, and well, my gank would essentially fail. It's a little slow, so I'm just going to speed it up here. But the fact is, with the 3v2 and me having the buffs, that is a double kill for my jungle. And we should be able to cascade a pretty nice advantage off of this here. So, you can see right here, they're dead for 3 rounds, so they would not be able to do anything on their action phase with the bot lane at all. We got a good hefty little gold surplus. You can see I'm already almost 800 gold ahead of my fellow jungle counterpart. And I even have a bounty on my jungler. So they're gonna play cards out themselves. They want to keep scaling right now. Their mid laner's playing Gold Rush to scale. Yeah, they want their own mid to be the biggest threat on the field since their bot lane's getting smashed. Understandable. That's their turn. And now we are getting to the dragon team fight. I should have explained this better, but every few phases with a countdown on the top right that you saw there, we'll have our globals going. We'll have global objectives that we gotta fight over. So I can choose to participate with the team at the bottom lane there, or not. If whoever wins would get gold. And to win the fight, we just have to kill a hero. I think with our bot lane being a full level up though, I would like to take this fight. And our opponent opted into it, so they will fight as well. Now, it's not whichever team wipes the other out of these rounds here. It's whoever gets a kill first. So my support absolutely is suffering here, so if they keep focusing focusing our kid, which they kind of are, I'm not gonna appreciate it. Good hits on their ADC. I don't enjoy this though. The jungle is almost dead too though. You missed! He missed though! Okay, I'm slowing it down because I'm getting a little into this. Good hits, but we don't need to be spreading hits. We just... Okay, that's actually a pretty good stun. Oh, 4 health. You missed though! Kill the Jundor. He missed! Kill the Jundor. Yes! Let's go, boys! We win the dragon fight with 4 HP on my support. Oh, that's huge. That's the beginning of a fight to miss your attacks, but hey, we take dragon. That's huge. My bot one recalled safely. So not only did we get the kill gold, but you're seeing, we are pretty well over for our gold advantage. Is this a roguelite or like a persistent thing? It's a death mode. It's not a roguelite per se because it's a MOBA to where my athletes decide some of the cards, half my deck, or like my characters on my my players on my roster decide half of the decks. Decide 15 cards on my deck. Whereas the heroes themselves decide the other 15. So it is a consistently changing deck that I'm going to have to deal with. It's not a roguelike because it's not resetting every time. This is going to be a persistent season I am going through for the entirety of my playthrough here. So first and foremost, treasure. Everybody on my team gets 150 gold for winning the dragon fight. Huge! We're just going to scale even better. And then I have 8 points to spend here. So let's think about it here. There's a bunch of cards that I need to read. Move 2 hexes in the jungle and attack all heroes and monsters within 1 hex of the target. For each enemy, hero, or monster hit, gain a strategy point. That seems pretty nice. I could move here to this Minotaur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get 5 points. So I'll basically go up to 10 points on this phase here. Hunting Coil. Choose an enemy hero or monster within 2 hexes and attack it. If I hit a hero, deal 20% of their current HP and steal. When it says steal, I can steal their attributes, because that's what budget Wolfgang Mordekaiser would do. Okay. I could roam with top for a fight. Oh no, that would just be a one-on-one. But their mid lane's doing pretty decent. I mean, now we have more health. We have more health. Yeah, even with all the scaling benefits that he's been playing into his mid laner, I have more attack power and more health at the moment. Fast jungle clearing. Choose a monster within 2 hexes, move and eliminate it. Choose an enemy hero. Attack. If the attack hits, apply 20% damage reduction to the target. Ooh, last at the end of its fight. I could do that and Chains of War and just absolutely have a 1v1 completely decimate him. Plus, I can steal his stats. Okay, first and foremost. Going over here. That cleared everything jungle-wise. And that hit pretty well. And throw a snowball with the extra points I got. I missed. Whimsical. Randomly draw 3 cards from the discard pile and reduce their cost by 1. I got Roam. That doesn't do much for me here, unfortunately. But what I can do is fast jungle clearing, counter jungle for my opportunism so we can keep going on more. And then I could go for 3 rounds, 181, so 200. I'm not going to be able to kill him, actually, so I think I should just chill on 6 points. Because these are the points for a Dragon and the Herald fight. So, like, Rift Herald, Dragon, like in League, of course. And I want to have a decision phase before it counts down. So, if I spend all of it, it'll be 6 rounds to Herald, and it'll be 8 rounds to get my strategy points back. I want to chill for now. And I'll wait for my next turn when I potentially have a better initiation. For now, they're just going to debuff my Jundor, so they take more damage next time. They're going to gain points to play more stuff. Push an enemy, push to the head of the enemy turret, and then deal damage and gain shield. You're Zeri. Kid, you're Zeri here. Interesting. Side state. Form energy level up to 5 attacks, and that's their energy level, I can see. Sort mode. Increase energy for each hit. Yep, you're just shielding up pretty well, and you are just absolutely going off on hits. Fisticuffs. All enemies attack within, all enemies within 1 hex of Frank attack Frank and each other each time, and they always hit. Interesting. So they're trying to push my Jundor out, but he's still way healthy enough. Herald fight in 4. You only have 3 points. That means I get this decision phase all to myself. So if I can kill top, jungle, or mid, that would be huge. So I'm looking at mid, of course. So what I'm looking to do... I can Haunting Coil User. Heal your stats. You have no armor. You have no attack. I'm dealing 237. 237, 200, 300, 200, 400, 600 over 3 rounds. I wouldn't be able to kill you, unfortunately, yet. In a 1v1. I can rethink, though, and plan my strategy by just discarding trying again. Protagonist allows me to potentially search through for my initial... Oh, but I have nothing else. Actually, no, wait. Until the next fight, then search for Flame with Sword and add it to your hand. Is it still in my discard, though? And why didn't I get it? That's a little awkward, but alright, look. 4 into Herald. I'm on 5 points, so I think I want to sit here to see how, if we can push them out. He recalled. But I get a lot of hits on the turret out of it. Botlane's being pushed. I want to see if I can poke any enemies out beforehand. Flame Assault allows me to fight at the tower, but I don't think I can kill this man within 3 rounds. I could initiate, but that does nothing for me. So instead, let's just see what we can do to push around or so at all. It will just be the top side that's participating. She's out here and apply stats of mini snowman buff. So you can get armor out of it. I would like to apply armor to my jungler since they're the most powerful person in the top fight. Let's just get some shield and just tap y'all real quick. Rapid shooting. Attack an enemy, hero, or turret within 2 hexes. If the attack hits, repeat the above effect, reduce the hit up to 4 times. I'd like to reduce... Oh, wait, you have no armor. Why'd I throw a snowball at you? I should have tossed it at one of these two. Oh, well, it's fine. Fact is, I just want to push the enemy out, really. Strategizing here is really interesting. Got to run for now. I'm looking forward to seeing the vid or more in the future. Good night. Have a good night, Crimson. Once again, these will go on YouTube, so no worries there. No worries there. Alrighty, just let me think about it here. I can push up for bot lane. They have their decision phase net, so I might as well. There's no reason for me to necessarily push out at that point then. Nah, just go ahead, push them out. They have overclocking, which makes rapid shooting better. So, might as well push out the bot lane, open up the pressure. That way, even if we lose the fight up top, I'll still be able to, I'll still be able to have a winning bot lane, considering how my first game went well. So let's just speed this up and see how things go. Main thing is, if we can kill the Juggernaut, we just need to kill somebody here. Come on, Mordekaiser, budget Mordekaiser, you can do this thing. I mean, I don't think we're actually going to get any kills within these rounds unless we get to focus on the Juggernaut. So since it's auto battler, some characters have ways to specifically focus down a specific target, but otherwise they just automatically fight. So that's just kind of how it boils down. You can just get screwed by the luck of the draw. Nobody won Herald at the end of the day, though, so it was a little moot, but I couldn't influence the top half of the map as much as I wanted, so it's fine. They're just going to keep playing things out. That Amnesty hit granted gold to the top and mid lane in exchange for damage, so they are catching up a little bit on the gold side. But now it's almost my turn. Almost. That scaling is going pretty well for their mid lane here. Okay. Let's think things out here. I could initiate in the bot lane without a doubt and just whack enemies. I could also, just instead of having it be a 3v2, I could make it a 3v1 with Mischief to lock one of them out of the fight. But I don't think that's necessary. I think the best thing to do, if I initiate, what more can I do beforehand? Because I need to kill them before the dragon fight. I need to kill the bot lane without a doubt. Because it will be bot plus jungle. It's everybody but top that's going to the dragon fight. So I think apply double trouble to my ADC. That'll be a buff, and I get the stunning power as well. Poke the support a little bit, and then just initiate on them. 3v2, because we're the ones in the heads again. Because I have 2 stuns from Tiger Boy and my ADC. Stunned twice over. You might have missed, but it's totally fine. Guys, look at that. You have basically not gotten to attack at all. That's a kill. You love to see it. It was only 1 kill, but I got the ADC, which is the big thing out of it. Out of those 3 rounds. Because you are dead for 3. The dragon's coming in 3. I should be pretty good, right? Unless they respawn. Oh, they respawned right on the dot. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I am a little bit weaker on my health, but I am up on them in levels. I think I will still take the fight, though. I think I should be able to outscale them. Okay. Taps are a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Good focus on the support, though. Stun the mid, pretty nice, but you don't need to focus them necessarily, guys. Decent poke, decent poke. Yeah, why are you hitting the mid? He's the tankiest out of them all. Just like hit the jungle or so. The win condition here is 2 kills. Great stuff on the support hit. On the jungle hit. The ADC missed, which is huge. Good kill. That's 1. Alrighty. I think the tide is basically in. We did scale them pretty well. They fed all their resources into their mid with scaling traits and the gold rush and all. But I just got to play a much cleaner game otherwise. Nice stuff, boys. Nice stuff. So with those kills, bot got to push up to their inner turret. My bot has to recall. Okay, good. Get out of there. Jungle and mid are still dead, and it's their turn to play, so they're going to just debuff my support, and they are trying to fast push on my bot lane instead back. Interesting. So it's my turn now. So first and foremost, treasure, of course. Perfect opportunity to fight 1v2 in their base. No reason to. Let's do Whimsical first. I want to see what I get out of my deck. I can poke for free, so I might as well. I can poke. I can protagonist. I don't have too much else here, but I can try to see if I can kill this boy here. If I initiate on him, I get 3 rounds. That is going to be 500 damage 3 times. So 1,500, he's got 2,300. I'm not going to be able to kill him. So in that case, just fast jungle clear, please. Fast jungle clear, and I want you to roam over here. I want you to steal as much farm as you potentially can. So exactly so. That jungle stealing trait is immense, because you are doubling the enemy jungler's gold, and you are well ahead of them. Now, with me letting my decision phase out, I get my turn once again before they do. I'd really challenge you to a 6-round fight. That's pretty funny. If I push up, that moves out of the way, unfortunately, for here. I think I will just attack you first and foremost, because I want to get that steal of traits and all. And then, could I challenge you to a 6-round deathmatch? 6 times almost 400. That's going to be 2,400. It's about. I should have that at that point then. I'm just not too confident in it. And we have another dragon fight coming up. We're fine for now. At the very least, let's try to kill their support. You missed. That would have been nice. Yeah, let's just chill in this end. Let's just chill. Not the best push. I did have the support recall on that side, so that way, even if the jungler wanted to attack, it's just a 2v2. They're poking pretty badly. More scaling. Those hot hands are just scaling cards. They're playing out everything here before the next fight. Yeah, they just have a super scaled mid laner, but if I can just find a good gank on them, then it's just over, I feel. So, I get up to 8. Perfect opportunity would involve a 2v2 here. Not exactly what I wanted. I can't push into perfect opportunity because I'd be down to 7. My bot lane did get to push out and take the inner tower, and when you do so, you get close out the game, which basically says 5v5 team fight, whoever wins it wins the game, which is interesting, of course. But it's not what I need. Instead, what I could do is I could initiate and then fight the mid just right so. I think that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Or Flame Assault could happen too, but number of participants for rounds, that would still be 3 either way. So instead, just do a normal initiate. So move up to there. Initiate on this boy. It's a 2v1. Even with mid lane at half health, I've got 2 characters here to just absolutely trunk you over 3 rounds time. Okay, maybe not trunk you. I may have severely overestimated my damage. But it's okay, it's okay. Oh, so I forgot to do fast pace for my support. I only just saw that glowing, and that's my own fault. Oh well, it's fine. Fact is, the hits on mid lane forced them to recall back, so we got the push right there instead. So that's 2 turrets gone. But they are trying to kill my bot lane in retaliation then. And they might just absolutely truck us. We gotta survive 3 rounds. I don't think we're going to do so. Their bot lane was a hyper aggro push. That's a really big stun on the ADC though. I could make it a 1-for-1. Not happening. Okay, what? Support died only? That's not the worst fight ever. He is gonna be dead for the dragon fight though. I do not appreciate this. I don't appreciate that at all. Do I need dragon at that rate then? Or, because I honestly don't think so. They're just drawing, discarding cards. Nothing I need to worry about, because we're still destroying them pretty well. No, I would not like to participate in dragon necessarily. I don't need the treasure, because that's just gold, and I'm well way ahead of it. So take the objective all you want. Let's think about things here. Hail. Choose a lane. Attack the outermost enemy hero turn on that lane. Repeat 3 times. Well, destroy top lane, would you? Big stuff. That hit the Nexus as well, which is hilarious. Let's apply Snowman buff to my jungle, of course. And then Devour Soul to get your HP back, basically. Nice stuff, real nice stuff. And then I'll toss a snowball at mid lane too to buff him if I hit. I also had my adrenaline as well if I wanted to, but I keep forgetting to use it. Alright, it's fine. Fact is, even with them getting that gold injection, I kind of did give it up because my bot lane died, and I don't have a good clear out necessarily yet. If we can get a good lane push and bottom though, Or top is also just kind of absolutely winning here. And we could just end the game on our own merit, without a doubt. They're still fighting, but just fact is, a farm top lane 2k gold ahead is just going to overpower this one unfortunate tank. Yeah, keep pushing out. Keep pushing out. Okay, they destroyed my bot turret. That's the smallest of the worries ever. I can just hail again. Can't I just destroy the Nexus by doing so? Yes, I did! I just won the game based on top push! Let's go! Nice stuff! Well, first league win then, Chief. Let's go. And MVP goes to my bot lane. So, Monster on here definitely took things away. Basically because they were able to, yeah, push the entirety of bottom lane without me even doing much to devote to them. A 9.2 rating. Nice stuff. I'd give MVP to the top, though, for just being able to end the game, since I didn't commit too many resources to them, and yet we were able to overtake things. But I do think also the gank at the bottom lane just decided things. Because even with the poke from their own bot ADC, they just couldn't get anything going. It was way too late, unfortunately for them. So, well-deserved MVP. And what did that damage? Basically, you were in all fights, and that 100% kill participation from Monster 2 was pretty nice as well, I gotta admit. But full gold draft and all, not bad. Not bad for my first game of the season. As the game progresses, the 12 will achieve milestones. When milestones are completed, a notification will pop up in the bottom left corner. Click on it to receive the corresponding rewards for the milestones. So you can see here, a beginner. You can click info to view the milestones anytime, and after each match, the athlete will gain fans, improve their skills, and enhance their hero mastery. Usually, the better the athlete performs in the field, the more rewards they receive. So, for exactly said that milestone that I got. No. This is athlete milestones, but you can see here some of my. You can see how well my characters have been doing otherwise, and also what trophies I could be winning in the future. As for me, though, I got a little bit of coaching points for winning my first match. So, overall stats are going well up. Fate went up pretty well, all things considered there. But Monster, yeah, plus 13. She's my best overall. But Fate absolutely scaled pretty well. Nice stuff, dude. Nice stuff. And of course, we got some hero mastery. So, the more that we play those heroes in matches in the future, the better we'll get at them. So, a hyper-aggressive bot lane is what I want to play towards. After each match, our club will gain fans and training points. Training points are the T at the bottom, represented, and they will be a essential currency for many of my functions in the future. As for now, though, exactly so, for playing these characters, my athletes will get better at them and gain mastery points. So, they'll just get better stats intrinsically. For, so you see, gain 3 attack power and 22.5 max HP per level, and as I get them better and better, I can improve their cards by taking certain choices, for instance, going onwards and onwards from there. But at least for the first level, everybody's just gonna get an initial small boost to their stats. With this momentum, my entry into the Elite 2 is almost certain. So, yeah, the fact that I got 1.5, so I just need to win 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. I just need to win 3 matches at most, and just about I can just cruise through the rest. In the coach's office. Coach, you want to see me? Asdi, that is my mid laner, I think, right? Thanks, coach. I'm pretty sure. I should know my own athletes. No, Garble is my mid. Asdi's my jungle. Alright. I feel like my form is a bit unstable. Do you have any suggestions? Explain to me about your mindset. Defensive attributes gained? Or it shows that your training is still inefficient? What's your defense like? Your defense is your best trait, dude. So honestly, keep over on your defense. Sits to your defense. Heck yeah, dude. Alright. And with that, I do want to go ahead and end off. That was already a lengthy enough stream, and I'm already shooting towards midnight tonight. So, I'll end off on one